Okay. Hi. Hello. I'm Nicole. I don't know if this is a good idea or not because I feel like I'm gonna cringe and be embarrassed. Which I already am cringing. I'm also a little bit scared that people I know in real life are gonna see this. If you do, if I know you in real life and you see this, let me know. If we spoke like yesterday or 3 years ago, I want to know if this reaches anyone. So I pretty much wanted to start this for funsies. I don't know. I don't know what like I'm regularly gonna post. I wanted to make this book video, but I might post other things too. I just want to have fun with it, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna show you my top 5 summer books before summer ends. Today is August 19, I think. So summer is like about to end, but who cares? If you have time to finish or read a summer book, this video is for you. I have these 5. I'm reading People We Meet on Vacation. This is my 3rd book this summer. I just started it. I think I've only read like the prologue. It's been a couple days since I read it. But yeah, I'm just reading this for the first time. I've already read a couple Emily Henry novels and I really like them. And this one was like OG first Emily Henry kind of popular book, I feel like. And it's the last one I'm reading. But on that note, the first book I'm gonna show in this top 5 is a Emily Henry book. I'm not doing this in any particular order, just top 5. There's no like number 1, 2, 3, just they're all in the top 5. Book lovers. I read this book 2 years ago or last year. No, 2 years ago. This book is an enemies to lovers-ish romance novel set in a very small town in August. So the timeline is perfect. If you want to read an August summer book, it's this one. A very tough, badass editor called Nora. She goes to this small town with her sister Libby. Her sister wants to just spend some time away, spend some time with her sister, have a little vacation away from the city life because Nora lives in New York, a very, very busy city, obviously. While she's there, she sees Charlie, her rival, enemies-ish, also an editor, and they just keep bumping into each other in this small town. She starts kind of discovering more things about him and realizing that maybe he's not as bad as she thought he was. She learns to let loose, let go, because she's a very work-oriented person, which isn't bad. But every now and then, you need to relax a little bit, and that's what she needed, and that's what she learned. I gave this book, when I first read it, 5 stars. Give it 5 stars again. Banter between the love interests is amazing. I think this was the first book where I actually like laughed out loud. I kid you not. So it's amazing. The banter is really good. Nora also discovers some things about her family and about herself, and so it gets emotional at some points. But it's so well written and just top 5 summer books for me. 5 stars. Book lovers. Then I have another Enemies to Lovers, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This book is hilarious. The romance is also very good. It's close proximity between the enemies. It basically starts off as a wedding. Olive, the main character, her sister's getting married. And something really terrible happens at the wedding. They all get like intoxicated by food. The only two people that didn't eat the food that intoxicated everyone was Olive, the main character, and Ethan, the groom's brother, aka her enemy that she's hated since the moment that her sister met the groom. They're the only ones that don't eat the food that intoxicates everyone because they don't like buffet food. They think it's nasty. And so they're the only ones that are healthy. And her sister obviously had to spend her wedding night sick and couldn't go on her honeymoon, but she had already paid for it. So in order to not lose the money or lose the trip, she tells Olive to go in her place, and the groom tells Ethan, his brother, to go in his place. And they go for the sake of their siblings, and they have to pretend like they're married even though they absolutely hate each other. It's amazing. Christina Lauren, they know how to write a very good enemies to lovers banter. The perfect summer book if you are looking for that like island beach vibe, opposite to Book Lovers, which is in a very small town. I'd give this book a 4.5. It's really good. I gave it, when I first read it, a 5 stars like 3 years ago. The only reason why I give it a 4.5 right now is because, spoiler alert, there's a third act breakup. And ever since I read it the first time, I've grown a very strong hatred for third act breakups. So that's the only reason why I'm giving it a 4.5 instead of a 5. But regardless, it's very good. The way they get back together and like the third act breakup is solved is amazing. It's really satisfying. So yes, The Honeymooners, Christina Lauren. Am I whispering? I feel like I'm whispering. Can you tell this is like my first time doing this because I'm so awkward and like whispering and shit because I don't want anyone in my house to hear me. Anyway, the next book is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. This book is very, I feel like it's maybe not so like emotionally, maybe I personally didn't connect with it as much as I did with like Book Lovers. It's a very fun summer vibe book. The vibes are very like This Summer I Turned Pretty, Cousins Beach type summer. It's really good. The main character, Meredith, her family, every year for the summer they go to Martha's Vineyard where like their entire family spends the summer, grandparents, aunts and uncles, everyone. This summer she loses her sister in an accident, and so it's her, they go back to Martha's Vineyard, but it's her kind of figuring out how to do all the things they used to without her sister there. So it has a little bit of kind of grief, but the overall vibes are very fun. Her family, every year for the summer, they plan an Assassin's game with everyone. This particular summer, it's one of the cousins' wedding, and so it's everyone from the family plus wedding guests, and it's a super like huge Assassin's game. Part of the wedding guests from the groom's side is this guy that she spends a lot of time with during the summer and that she ends up having a crush on and becomes obviously the love interest. I don't remember actually how many stars I gave it when I read it. Probably 5. When I finish a book, I'm a very easy 5-star giver. The summer feeling, the summer vibe is so good. If you like The Summer I Turned Pretty for like its summer beach vibes, then this is definitely what you should be reading. It's Summer of Broken Rules. Then I have Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. So good. This book is actually, it's part of a duology, the Bullinger Sisters duology. The other book, part of the duology, is It Happened One Summer. I'm not adding this one to my top 5 because I actually liked this one better, but it's really good too, and you should also read it. But Hook, Line, and Sinker is basically about Hannah, who goes to a very small fisherman's beach town, and she meets Fox, who's like the playboy of the little town. And Hannah becomes really good friends with him instead of crush on him or anything romantically, but he falls really in love with Hannah. But everyone in town, her sister tells him, like, don't mess with her because you're gonna break her heart like you do with other girls. I would recommend, like, you can read this as a standalone, but I would recommend reading It Happened One Summer beforehand, because this is where you see where they, like, the exact point where they meet and a little backstory. Like I said, you can still read it as a standalone without a problem, but it's always better to read this one first. Last but not least, I'd say is my favorite out of all the books I just showed, is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book is so good. It's not a romance. All the other books I showed are a romance. It has romance elements in it, but it's not a romance novel. Every year, one of the most famous families in Malibu in the 80s throw a party at the eldest sister Nina's huge mansion. And every year it's like the craziest party. Celebrities go, and it's always the wildest, most talked about party of the year. It takes place in like one day, from the morning up until the moment of the party, which is pretty cool to be able to like write a novel that way. And at the same time, it has a lot of flashbacks to the four siblings' childhood and their parents' relationship, which is a very messy relationship. Each of them separately have their own issues and their own problems that they're dealing with, while at the same time getting ready for their annual huge party. It has a lot of kind of family related problems that they're dealing with, how each of their siblings are dealing with their own issues while at the same time showing how united they are as a family and their issues with their dad. Like I said, it's in the flashbacks and then also in the present, and how their parents' decisions impacted the way they are now. It has like the most amazing Malibu 1980s beach surfing vibes, because the four siblings surf. They don't all surf professionally, but they all surf. Summer vibes are very good, but at the same time, the situations they're going through are very heavy and complicated. I've only read 2 books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is this one and Daisy Jones and the Six, and they're both amazing. After you finish reading it, I just sat there for a second trying to analyze what I just read. I didn't really rank any of the books I showed right now. They're just all in my top 5, but this one is top 1. I feel like it's a book that everyone should read. It's really amazing. So I think that's gonna be it. I'm very nervous about posting this because I feel like when I'm editing it or when I post it, I'm gonna cringe a lot. I feel like I'm already cringing right now. But anyway, so yeah, these are my top 5 summer books that I recommend you to read before summer ends, which is like about to end, but whatever. 1 week and a half left before summer ends. So if you're a fast reader and you haven't read these, I definitely recommend you give them a try. And I hope I finish reading People We Meet on Vacation before summer ends too. If anyone watches this at all, and if anyone that watches this has read this book, let me know if it's good, because I'm having a really hard time getting into it. I don't know if it's just that I might be going through a little reading slump or what it is, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If anyone even watches this, thank you for sticking through, and I hope you've enjoyed your summer and that you enjoy these books if you haven't already read them. Bye.